Hello everyone and welcome to the next lesson in the Snap series. So today we'll be doing the big part of the project, of our last project, which is the platformer project. Specifically, we're going to be working on portals. So let's get started. Okay, so portals are essentially a way that we can advance from one level to the next. Because what's the point of having multiple levels if you can never get to the next ones? You need a way to get from a previous level to another level. So we'll be using portals for this. So to make a portal, we're going to first need sprites. So we're going to do that. And at the end, basically, when you reach the end of the screen, you're finishing the level and you can go to a portal and go to the next level. So specifically, we're going to use broadcast, the broadcast block, to do this. Okay, so we're going to make this a bit independent. So here's some hints. So there's two good ways to do this. So have one message, and then have a level variable with conditionals. So the message could be something like advance, and every time when advance is received, it makes the level go up by 1. So you set the level equal to the level plus 1. This is really good for a lot of levels. So if you have like tons and tons of levels, this is really good because it's going to be really annoying if you have to have a message for every single level. So we can try to implement this. The other way, which is likely easier, is to just have multiple messages. So first you can have a level 1 message, and then when level 1 is received, it'll go to level 1. And then you can have a level 2 message, and when level 2 is received, it can go to level 2, and so on. Okay, so here's a quick solution to this. Essentially, when the portal sprite is touching the player, you want to advance the level. So this is the first case. So let's say you just have one message, which is advance. You could say, when touching player, broadcast advance. This way, when the sprite is touching, or when the player is touching the portal, the level will advance and the broadcast message, the advanced broadcast will be broadcasted, and then everything will advance. Okay, so of course we're going to make this very independent, so you should try to use the skills that you've learned throughout the course with broadcasting. Remember back in the animation project when we used broadcasting? We're going to use that again and finish off the main part of the game, which is advancing through levels. So for this, you might also have to go and revise the previous slides and make sure that you actually have a way that your sprite can move. We covered motion briefly, so if you still have to do it, go to a previous presentation or a previous video and make sure that you have all of that completed. So for this, when each sprite in the stage receives this broadcasted message, they should update both the positions of the sprites and the stage. So all the sprites need to move to their right locations, and the stage should go to the next stage, which is the next level. Okay, so let's get started with that. So here's today's checkpoints. So for the player in the portal, add code moving it to the beginning of the level for each level when the broadcast is received. So when you get the broadcast, make sure to move the portal and the player to the beginning and the end of the screen, so you can see on the left how it should look. Then add code to make the stage change when the broadcast is received. Finally, go back to the game over code and make sure to reset it to level 1. So remember when we had that big loop and we had a spot where we were going to fill in a way for the game to be over? So essentially, make sure that when the game is over, ask, would you like to play again? So ask that, and if they respond yes, then add code to broadcast the message and reset the level to 1 so that everything goes back to level 1. So in this case, if you use the variables, all you have to do is set level equal to 1. And if you use different broadcasts for each level, then you could just use send broadcast level 1 or whichever your message is for level 1. Another idea is to add a level where one of the lava surfaces repeatedly moves. So this could be interesting. Rather than having places where there's lava, you could have the lava move as well. So this is something you can try if you're done with everything else. And also next class we'll be adding power-ups. So in lots of different games, it's not just regular stuff. They also have additional things like power-ups. So we'll be adding these to the game too. So today is mainly just working on this, so try it. And we hope you find success. So make sure to finish all the motion and try to essentially get to that image on the right, where you can actually see the sprite is able to move, there's game over. Most of it is basically complete. So that's it for today. So next class we'll be working on power-ups, and we'll see you then. Bye.